carnivorous plant seeds and our attempt to grow them this year. Before I get started, I wanted to read a little bit about the carnivorous plants and then go from there and show the videos. Okay, now I got this off of Carnivorous Plant Nursery. It's a website on the internet, and the article was made in May the 6th, 2008 by Michael Chessie, S-Z-E-S-C-E, and it's concerning carnivorous plants growing and care. Now, carnivorous plants are easy to grow if you allow a few simple rules. 1. Wet all the time. 2. Mineral-free water. 3. Mineral-free soil. 4. Lots of light. Okay, now wet all the time. Carnivorous plants are native to bogs and similar nutrient-poor habitats. As a consequence, the plants live in conditions that are constantly damp. To grow healthy carnivorous plants, it is important to duplicate their habitat as closely as possible. Keep the soil wet, or at least damp, all the time. And the easiest way to do this is to use the tray method. Set the pots in a tray or saucer and keep water in it at all times. But your plants can grow in soggy soil with the water level in the saucer as deep as a half inch, as 1/2 the pot, But most carnivorous plants prefer damp to wet soil, so keep the water at about 1/4 of an inch and refill as soon as it's nearly gone. Water from below by adding water to the tray rather than watering the plant. This will avoid washing away the sticky musculage of the sinews and butterworts, and keep from closing the fly traps with a false alarm. And they're talking about fly traps, which is a carnivorous plant. So, and butterworts are a different species of, they're not, well, I don't know if they're a different species. They're not like the fly traps. There's 2 separate kinds. Okay, so with the seeds that we grew, we tried to do carnivorous butterworts in these videos. We also had some fly traps, but they didn't work out, and we didn't get any video footage of them. So with that all said and done, I am going to go ahead and start this video. The reason why I didn't read off how deep to plant them was because we didn't, it's not on the Farmer's Almanac. So what I was told was you plant them about 1 to 2 inches, about 1 to 2 inches apart, and then about half of your index finger down into the dirt. Is what, about maybe 1.5 inches, right about there. That's how I did it. So with that said, I will start the video. Now this is my brother who's the one's growing it. He got the carnivorous plants from China, which I do not suggest getting seeds from China. And he had this strange material right here that he got over the over peat moss, and he also uses coconut hair. But we tried this out to see if it works. Each of those bowls has seeds in it, and we put the seeds down in there, and then we filled it with water in the bottom, and it soaks the water up into that material, and then you sit and watch it. We stuck it on the back porch has partial sun there, and what I would do is I would move it from the back of the house, which is on the west side, to the north side. Rotate it back and forth, that way it doesn't get too much sunlight and have plenty of water. Now, when you look at that, it looks like there is something growing. We didn't get anything growing out of this, so I can tell you that it didn't work. But when you look at it, and even using the camera and everything, it looks like something's going in there. I was really surprised nothing was produced out of it. And I did keep plenty of water in there. You can see those little white spots. You know, I thought for sure something was growing, but apparently nothing was. So. I've got plenty of pictures of it too, so I'm going to take pictures and do a video with the pictures, maybe get more in depth with it, and go from there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, share, make some comments, give advice. If you have any advice, please feel free to give it in the comments section. Would love to hear it. I definitely need the help. So thanks for watching again, and have a good day. (2008). Today I'll be talking about cherry tree seeds. Before I get started with my video, I'd like to read some information to you. Okay, when grown from seeds, a sweet cherry may begin producing fruit in 7 to 10 years. A sour cherry may begin producing fruit in 4 to 5 years. A tree, however, will not grow true to the parent, so the fruit may resemble any of or none of the parent tree's ancestors. A dwarf sprout grown from rootstock becomes a small bearing tree in 3 to 4 years. In contrast, a large standard-sized apple tree growing past 20 feet tall can take up to 8 years. Okay, now, do you have to dry cherry seeds before planting? Lucky for you, the flesh of the fruit needs to go before planting. Enjoy the fruit and wipe off the last bits clinging to the seeds with a damp paper towel. If it's still early in the midsummer, let the seeds dry on a paper towel for a couple days, then store in an airtight container in a cool spot. Now, I couldn't find anything that is actually good material for, how long you need, or how deep you need to plant the seeds, or how far apart they need to be. I know it's out there, and later on I have I'll do another video with the pictures that I took from we're making this video, and I'll have all that information. But for now, I'm going to go through and show you the video footage from my experience here in 2018 trying to grow my cherry tree seeds. Now, before we get going, I'm going to tell you we did it two different ways. Me and my brother both were growing cherry seeds, and I personally wanted to do it from dirt, and he likes to do experiments with different type of things, like he likes to use coconut hair, and there's this white block substance that he uses too, with little holes in it that he puts seeds in. And I went ahead and made video of both ways, the way he was doing it and the way I was doing it. So with that said, I'll start the video. Now, this is my cherry seeds. I had all my pots set up, and they were on the west side of the house, cleaned up the dirt, and I put cherry seeds in them. The two black pots didn't have cherry seeds, it's just the other pots. And I put one seed in each of them, set them there, and then I watered them once every 3 days. Yeah, once every 2 to 3 days I watered them. Or I'm watering them, I should say. They're outside growing them. I took shots of them at different stages. I then pulling weeds out of it and making sure that the dirt's clean. Well, somewhat clean. They got little pieces of gravel in it. But I'm talking about like debris and stuff like that. This is Robert's cherry seeds. He wanted to put them in an old chicken container. This is the chicken containers that you get when you go to the deli. And those are two of the trees that were growing out of my garden. If you've seen my videos with the garden that had plastic rooftop, these were two of them. One of them might still be alive, that one right there, but the other one's pretty much dead. And I tried to transplant those. Those were my first attempts at it. And my brother, he has these little clay balls, and he put them around that material, and then put the seeds inside of the holes. And he was wanting to see if the seeds would grow like that. He put the plastic over the top, and then we filled it up with water. It did produce condensation and everything, but so far I haven't seen anything growing out of it. It, like I said, did produce condensation, and I have absolutely no idea what exactly needs to be done when we grow these things. So, but it was hard to tell.